The Alexander
Holdovers.
Payne's The Holdovers.
We're taking up all 20 minutes for this film. Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Go watch it. Next.
Okay, next film.
Holdovers.
Oh my God.
Holdovers.
Did you see what's next?
Yeah, I know.
Go back, please.
Holdovers.
The Holdovers. All right. Directed by Alexander Payne.
I like him.
Sorry, Paul Giamatti.
Terrific.
my top 10 for
Dominique
sure.
Sessa.
Dominic Sessa.
Yeah.
Terrific fucking performance by that
kid.
kid. No.
No, yeah. Both of
And
them.
Divine Joy
Who's
Randolph.
nominated? She's nominated.
She's nominated
Yeah.
for
Best
She
supporting.
was really good.
She was terrific.
I really liked
I liked her arc.
Nominated in 5 categories for Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actress, Best Original Screenplay,
Wow.
and Best Film Editing.
For real? For editing? Austin?
At the Telluride Film Festival, Toronto International Film Festival.
Oh my God.
What do we got?
What do you give it?
This
What do you
was,
give
I
it?
think, your favorite of the bunch, and I'm shocked.
Oh, really?
Okay, but it's because
I thought it was going to be Austin's favorite of the bunch.
because you think it's just like soft and easy and all that.
No, I think Austin's sensibilities when it comes to films like this, like he has a soft spot for films like this. So I thought it was going to be Austin's
What type
favorite.
of soft spot? Like a teacher that just kind of gets through students?
No,
like a
what's
feel
like
good.
these feel good kind of films who kind of go through these
But he says he like
emotional journeys.
the guilty, rom-com kind of thing.
The guilty rom
Sure, just make that public.
That's
why
a
don't you?
separate category, though. I feel like this falls more into
Where
like
does
the
this-
feel good kind of traditional story of a story, essentially. I think that's
All right,
kind of
quick recap. Going to ratings. Waste no time. Go.
Okay, fine.
quick recap. What's this about?
This
Yeah.
is about
Kids holding over.
A teacher that's a freaking asshole. With a capital A.
this is Paul Giamatti playing the character Paul.
Is this character really named Paul?
His name's Paul.
Really? I don't remember
Yeah.
that.
I forgot what his last name is, but I just thought like, it's funny. They just
Paul
keep calling him-
Giamatti.
Wow, Giamatti. No, this story is about a private academy up in I forgot what
New
state?
England.
Is it New England?
Yeah.
Go
It's
Pats.
basically a feeding school into like Harvard. Into
Yeah,
Ivy League
yeah.
schools.
Yeah, but it's a private high school.
It's a prissy rich kid.
I was about to say.
prissy
yeah.
rich kid high school.
That's where Gusto went.
I wish, bro.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
What is this? The
Basically, what happens is that during the holiday break, there's certain kids that don't
Stay
get
back.
to go home.
Yeah.
They're basically held there at the institution, and they have to wait till the semester starts again. Their parents don't pick them up for whatever X reason. And there's also one teacher that needs to stay back every year during the holiday season to basically chaperone and take care of these kids, and they're known as the Holdovers. Now, in the film, Paul Giamatti is notorious in the institution for basically being like the hard ass and not like wanting to budge. Because a lot of these kids, they're kind of like spoon fed their entire lives.
What I think is very interesting, though, just to talk about that a little bit, to the kids, he's known as a hard ass. To the other teachers, he's known as the joke. And then you discover
known as the
why
joke?
at the liquor store scene.
He's not a joke.
Yeah. The other teachers are like, this motherfucker, like, he's a loser, you know.
No, but they don't know that.
Yeah, no, yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Especially the one that picks on him, the headmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, there's a whole thing in the liquor store that he
Only
reveals that.
one other person knows that, and it's the person who hired him, and nobody else knows that. Everybody hates him because he's the hard ass that doesn't want to play ball with everybody else.
The classmate that he ran into in the ice skating rink, he didn't know that. There's very few people, but the guy that his boss essentially right now does, like he does know that. It's really like
That's what I thought.
No.
That's what I thought.
The guy above him, because
he was a former schoolmate of his,
you're talking about the principal of the school.
the current principal. Yeah.
No, that was not a schoolmate. That was his student.
Oh, you're right.
That was his
It
student, and
You're
the
right,
person
you're right.
above him at the time.
Yeah, hired him knowing
Yeah.
that he got kicked out of school. So.
Yeah. So only one other person knew, but nobody else in the staff and all that. Anyway, going back to it, Paul Giamatti isn't liked by the students. He's a kind of a hard ass, and he's not liked by the teachers because he's a hard ass. And what happens is that he's constantly fighting to instill morality and values into these students who are basically spoon-fed their whole lives. And so when he receives these holdover students, originally he's just like, oh, well, you guys are just going to study. We're not going to have fun. I don't care if it's Christmas. Yeah, you're just like, bah humbug. You're going to be prepping for school because your whole life you've just been spoon-fed and taken care of, and you're going to go to Harvard and Yale, and everybody just gives you A's because, oh, your parents are the highest donors.
Your dad is that.
And he doesn't want that.
In fact, the principal wanted to get him to give.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So he was trying to give it to pass him.
He tells about this story of this kid where he was going to go to some Ivy League college.
Yeah, that was
but he said, no, I'm not going to pass
He gave
that
him
kid
a
for my
C
class
or
because
a
he's an
D or-
idiot. And it's like, oh, well, I'm begging you, just give him a C minus. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
The story then becomes more intimate when most of the holdovers leave, and it's just him with this one kid, played by Dominique Sessa, and he ends up forming this really interesting
discovery in this for this film, because he never really acted in film before. He was a theater actor, and not even like a Broadway theater actor. He was in high school theater. He was discovered when they were scouting for this film, where they couldn't find the kid for this role. And Alexander Payne was like, well, let's do some local casting and see if we find somebody there. The school that they shot at, this kid attended there.
down?
And they got him from the theater program.
Damn.
No, and it just ends up being this really, really nice, I guess, feel-good movie of all the different people that are held over never really had a solid family and foundation for the holidays, and they all end up kind of growing together, and they learn a little bit about each other, and you learn about their past, and
It's a really special exploration of loneliness.
Yeah,
the reason I liked it so
it.
much is just it felt like a modern Hal Ashby film, the guy who did Harold and Maude, and the director
Kind of reminded me of the
Being
Breakfast
there.
Club.
yeah, a little bit. Like the director really wanted
got
to go
weird,
back
man.
to 70s cinema, and that was his whole big kick. He just like told everybody, I wanted to have a 70s aesthetic in the art design and the cinematography.
By the way, when it comes to that 70s aesthetic, was it just me or did like the grain and kind of like go away after the beginning?
Yeah, it did. It was literally just there to kind of give you the feeling, and then
feeling.
afterwards, any type of like micrograin was all RE simulation.
Did you like it? Did that work?
I hated that.
Yeah, right?
I would have rather they kept it the entire time. Would have
Yeah.
really put you in that mood, personally.
That's
It's
true.
taking a risk,
Yeah,
I guess.
commit.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's all they were trying to do. They were just trying to like really push for this to feel like a 70s film. That's all the director was really trying to accomplish, but he made a really pleasant story. I just liked it. I'm not going to say that it's the top of the list. Going
Say,
into
I'm not gonna
ratings,
bash
I'm
on
sorry I've taken so much time.
No, it's all good.
But we're taking the time for the holdovers. I'll give it like a 7.5.
Did you guys notice that he really like elongated this to make sure that we talked about it for a while?
And then all that for a 7.5?
I know.
Yeah.
He just really wanted to make sure that we talked about this film.
It's because
What's the thing that... Okay, you already said 7.5. What's the thing
It
that you're
just
like...
caters to the loud sensibilities. It's
This is your style of...
it's just my style. Like I
feel good.
loved the texture. I love the tonality. It just was there, and like I mean, I also feel like for a Christmas film, I don't want an overly soft Christmas film. I kind of like that this one was very like broken in a weird way.
I'm gonna throw you out of a fucking window, Lalo.
Why?
Because when we talked about fucking Christmas Story, that's exactly what I said. Is like I prefer something like this, where like we get this, almost like
I hadn't seen it yet.
I hadn't either.
Well,
I meant in the sense of like this brokenness, right? This kind of
it's
there.
exploration of characters as opposed to this puffy piece.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a super real, like magical realist film, but that's not the case. But anyways, 7.5.
yeah. Next, you can give it a low rating. It doesn't.
I don't need your permission.
Damn.
I know.
But
He
you
just
can't-
told you to
You
keep
can't go
your
lower
mouth
than a
shut.
7.
No, I'm at a 7. I'm at a 7. It's got a lot of merit.
I'm
I
around
mean,
that
the
too.
arts are the arts are decent.
Yeah.
I like Giamatti's character.
He never fails.
Yeah, Giamatti can do no wrong,
Can do
man.
no wrong,
and all of these characters were casted aptly. Even the supporting characters of the other kids and kind of where the characters. I mean, yeah, man, it was done really well. To see like that, even when they go to the Christmas party and to see like the kid fall, you kind of be flirty with the other girl and see that
With-
a little bit.
Oh,
It's
God,
it's
and
really
Are
the-
you trying to look down my shirt?
Yeah, and then like obviously Divine Joyce Randolph's character having that
she was
arc
great.
with the radio.
She's very supporting
The
actress,
morning,
right?
yeah.
The morning
Her,
of her,
her by the
son.
sink and everything,
Yes.
and how heavy
It's
that
great.
scene was.
It's great. Yeah, I mean, I think they took very well advantage of the scenery and where this takes place, and
They
even
did a really good job at that.
that like that
New
chase
England.
scene where he breaks his fucking arm because he's,
Oh,
he's
okay.
chasing after him. It's great. You know, they utilized the space. They filled the space very well.
Right.
It's kind of a dream thing on the director's front. All right, you have this location, you have plethora amount of snow. Have fun. You know, like it's pretty cool in that regard. And stylistically, I think Alexander Payne is one of the underrated voices. He gets a bad rap, man. I will say he gets a bad rap. He did like Sideways, which is another Paul Giamatti early. It's like about wine, and the dialogue is really snappy, really fun.
Yeah, I've
Sideways.
I remember looking at parts of the script when I was taking script writing.
Okay, unpopular opinion. Oh, Nebraska is one of his most talked about films as well. Terrific film with Bruce Stern. But unpopular opinion.
Paris, I Love You.
The last film before he did this was
Inside Out. Wow.
Downsizing.
Oh,
I know. Hold on.
I don't like it.
Hold on.
Everybody, hold on.
I fucking hated it when it came out.
Really?
I rewatched it. I still hate it.
Hold on. Wait. He's
Hold
about
on.
to say that he loves it
No,
now.
I'm not. But I fucking hated it. I hated it. I thought that political turn at the end was too pandering. I hated it. And I was really excited about it because of the concept, right? At first, I was like really excited. So I went in like, oh shit, this is gonna be cool. And I love Matt Damon. And then I was like, oh, come on, man. It was, and then I watched it like 3 more times after. And the more I rewatch it, the more I'm like, okay, it had something. It had something to say. And it really does. Like I have
Get rid
watched
of all
it a
that.
few times since. And that's why I do think Alexander Payne gets a bad rap. I think he was trying to say something about humanity that people just, it escaped people.
Go back to that one, Austin. The IMDb page.
Downsizing?
Yeah.
2017, and then this one.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes his time.
It takes his damn
It takes his time. But yeah, I think Alexander Payne is a pretty well developed voice, man. He's really
Seems
good.
like the highest rated of his films.
Is the Holdovers?
The Descendants?
I think Sideways. Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
Sideways.
like that one. The Descendants is a horror film.
Yeah,
No, Sideways 7.5.
and Nebraska, man. But
He did
yeah,
Hung.
yes.
I love that one. That's with the Punisher guy,
Citizen Ruth is another one of his most popular films as well.
Bob Schmidt.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, I do know this guy.
He has a voice.
Yeah,
Stylistically, I think he's underrated, but I encourage people to go rewatch Downsizing. Just with an open mind, because it is saying this really, really interesting, complex commentary on humanity and where we're at and what the fuck we're doing and how we don't give a shit. And does it matter in the end? I don't know. It poses a lot of really good questions. I rewatched it a few times and I'm like, because I was just curious. I'm like, did I miss something? I need to go back and rewatch it. And after rewatching it, I was like, oh, wow, okay. It could have done better. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things it could have been way better at. But I thought it was really interesting. Anyways, Alexander Payne. I think just the Holdovers. Did I give a rating already?
You said
7.
7.
I said, yeah, I'm at about a 7. One of Alexander Payne's better films. It's just packaged in this interesting 70s style, but more than that, it creates really good arcs all around. Mm-hmm. I will say its shortcomings come from its traditionalism. I think that's just where it's at. It didn't take as much.
It wasn't trying to be experimental,
and it didn't take as many risks.
Yeah.
It didn't take as many risks. I love the reveal of the character. The reveal of he got kicked out of school and he's teaching at one of the most prestigious private schools. It's great. But again, you're also tossing this in with better films this year. That's what it boils down to ultimately.
No.
Yeah.
And then my last little note on it.
Did everybody give a rating?
Oh no, I'm sorry, Costner.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'll give it probably like a 7.2.
7.2?
Yeah, I'm a big Paul Giamatti guy. These
It'd
types
be-
of scripts, these type of like screenplays. I don't know.
Arguably one of the best character actors of our generation.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
It'd be
Up there.
really nice to
I
see
think he's
him-
right up there with Vincent D'Onofrio, like for character actor.
ooh, I think I'll put him ahead of him.
You put him ahead,
Yeah,
Vincent
yeah.
D'Onofrio? Yeah, I love Paul
It'd
Giamatti.
be really nice to see him win, but I don't think
He's not.
Nah, definitely not. Especially with the films nowadays.
I think it might win for best original. What do you think is going to win original?
Past Lives.
Oh, I didn't know that was original.
No, but I give it a 7.2 because it's my type of film, but not like I'm not really on the whole, teacher trying to get to students and stuff like that.
Oh, you prefer the other kind of movies that do that?
Also,
I've seen it. I don't know.
I really like.
But isn't it the exact parallel of what sports films try to do with the coach-athlete relationship?
Yeah,
It's
that's
the
a whole
same
nother
shit,
shit.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's been overdone too.
I mean, it's the same shit.
But I mean, the acting is amazing.
Yeah.
That Joy Randolph, she's amazing.
Am I overselling the kid? I thought he was really good.
No, I thought he was fantastic.
He's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's good. The movie was just kind of like throwing me off, kind of like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it didn't overly wow you. No, and then also I think,
I enjoyed the kid who played the bully, Kuntz.
Oh,
The blonde kid or whatever?
Yeah, I
The
thought
blonde
he did
kid?
good.
It was fine.
he was okay.
But yeah, that's mine. I guess I was expecting more from this one. I
Okay.
guess
7.2.
7.2.
Oh, I kind of feel like
You kind of feel
You're
like
at an
me
8, aren't
after
you?
I said I just watched this film and I thought it was pretty great.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
kinda do.
it's fine.
I give it like an 8.4.
8.4?
Wow.
My rating's higher than yours.
Well, that's what Carlos predicted.
Cinematic. We're talking about cinematic quality here, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Like for sure, it's over Barbie.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
I really enjoyed Divine.
yeah.
Like I thought she did amazing.
She's great.
Fantastic.
I think her whole arc was great.
I really love her arc. I'm wondering if her character is a stereotype. That's what bothered me about this character.
I mean, it's yes, but
The
that's
70s.
the sassy woman, bigger woman working at a private school is like that's. I guess yeah, it's stereotypical. It's the normal.
But they
But-
were leaning into that.
Yeah.
And then
Think
also,
Think about it when you were in even at public schools. Who were the ladies working in the?
I mean, they were Mexican, but they were.
The big old Mexican.
Oh, I mean, no, in Dallas. No, you're right. I mean,
yeah. So it's more the
Yeah.
realism thing.
I also really like the
I mean,
callback.
dude, she puts her own original spin on it.
Yeah.
I
And
guess we just reviewed Shape of Water and Octavia
I know.
Spencer, and I mean,
No, and then like the kid's arc was really good too. The whole like even his MacGuffin of trying to go see his dad.
oh, that was great. That was a great
That was
little
great.
arc. For sure.
That's why he was trying to go to
For
Boston
sure.
the whole time.
But he got fucking Paul in trouble, dude. Come
no,
on.
but I like the callback because
No, but it
if you
frees
remember-
him from this
Yeah.
fucking place. You know,
Exactly,
like,
exactly.
No, and then the callback
Yeah, I
because
actually like that.
when
little-
the kid was like defending Paul and he's like, "Oh no, it was my idea." And that's why this happened. So
Yeah.
I'll take the blame for it and all that. And
a
he
rich
was like,
kid won't do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It was kind of like
It taught him. It taught him
very
something.
similar to Licorice Pizza, where it's like I'll give one for you, and then at the very end of the movie, like I'll give it back. Like kind of like
Yeah.
no,
Exactly.
it was my idea. Like I told
Yeah,
you.
I
should.
also really, 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 really love the arc of he's been attached to this place for so long because he's scared. He fucked up in
Oh,
life,
yeah, and then oddly
but-
enough, it's home and all that.
yeah, it's become a part of him that he could never escape because of his fear. But then he also the girl from the diner, and that whole arc of like he's never even had a real relationship because of this fucking place. you know?
Yeah.
I think it's a really, really special arc there too.
Yeah.
Also-
I thought all the arcs were great. That's
Yeah.
why I'm giving it such a high rating.
8.4.
8.4.
Yeah.
I even really like the whole story element of like he teaches ancient history, and when you talk to him,
He is ancient history.
Yeah.
No, he's always stuck there. He's
No, that's
stuck-
what I mean is
he's
like
stuck
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
past.
I don't know if you caught this. You know the book that he gives the kid?
Yeah,
Like at the end when he's packing up, he's got him like all there. Like the way I think is that this kid made such an impact on him that he never gives those out to anybody. Like
Yeah.
he was planning
Oh,
to,
I like
but
that.
never got the chance to give them out because he never connected really with anybody outside of the
So
kid.
yeah,
So that's why
I-
he's got so many.
yeah. I really liked it. I think the only reason I'm below an 8 is because it's going up against so many things, and then again, when we talk cinematically about films, there's a bunch of other feel good films. Also from the 70s that it's trying to replicate. So it's like
It's emulating something
it's
that
emulating
exists,
something. So
right.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. I think everybody
sure.
should go and check it out.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of
I-
it's in this conversation.
Genuinely, after finishing it, I was like, I'm going to put this on my Christmas rotation.
Yeah.
I liked it that much that I think I'm just going to have it there because it was so good. My parents bought it, yeah.
Congratulations. We've run out the clock on this film.
No, we got 48 seconds, so I'm going to say the alphabet. A, B, okay, next.
C,
Moving
D,
right along.
E,
Oh,
F,
this guy wants to
G,
move him.
H, I,